State your name.
I'm Cedric Walker.
Where are you from?
I'm from Raleigh, Missouri.
Missouri.
Yes.
Brings you out to here to Sin City.
Oh, doing a missions trip, trying to help out Casa de Luz.
Right on.
We have a thing called CIY, Christ in Youth. I've been on, with that youth group I was talking about before, plenty of missions trips. We went to the inner city of Cincinnati, Ohio, and CIY sugarcoats. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. Sugarcoats missions trips. You're housed in a university campus, sometimes usually Christian colleges, and it's really sugar-coated, but here, this missions trip to Las Vegas I've been on, it's been totally different story. It's like almost like you put me in the wilderness, I'm sleeping on the floor. I mean, I'm eating food that we're giving out to the homeless people to eat. We've checked out, we're eating that food, and it just makes me think, we're giving out this food to people to eat, and now I'm eating it. So when it's in my body, I'm thinking to myself, I know what they're going through. I'm eating the food that they've been receiving for the past week.
Sure.
So I understand a little bit of what they're going through and what I haven't changed. So yes, I've been through a few missions trips in my time.
What's the craziest thing that you've seen on a missions trip or experience? Like any healing or
honestly,
craziest
thing on a missions trip I've ever seen to this day is, I actually have two. One from Cincinnati, Ohio. It was the second mission trip we have taken there, and we had to clean up this homeless person's living area, and it was in the middle of the woods. Crazy stuff. They had the feces bucket. You can imagine the smell, the urine, like where they were living. They were living with the ants, and we're all having to go up this hill holding these buckets, with these gloves on. Just the nastiest situation I ever could possibly imagine. Then today you go from that to today's situation where I found a man today named Bodie, and he was a man from Flagstaff, Arizona, who had been on the run, and he sat there, and the first thing, this will always stick with me, he was talking about, I don't go to church, but I pray. And I'm sitting there okay, you pray. I was like, what do you pray for? He's like, and then the guy said to him, he's like, yeah, you pray to get out of jail. And Brody said, no, I don't pray to get out of jail. I don't pray for that. I don't pray for myself, I pray. I was like, so what do you pray for? He's like, I pray for my family. And that to me touched my heart in general, because how many people can say that they only pray for their, families, or, they want to pray for selfish acts, you know what I'm saying? They want to pray for selfish acts, something to go good in their lives, win the lottery or whatnot. And so that to me just touched my heart, because I can think of so many times in my life to where I'm thinking of myself. I'm not thinking of my own family in general. I'm just thinking of the needs that God can serve me, instead of me serving someone else and praying for their needs. So I mean, those two mission trip situations have just taught me so much.
You think intercession is one of those spiritual gifts that only few people can really have, that intercession for other people,
Honestly, no. I think to a degree, we all can have that moment. I mean, as Christians, as believers.
No, most of us aren't as strong in that
very
in that
true,
area.
Very true. We're not as strong, but I believe in situations, it makes you a stronger person, because going on mission trips, just going to church in general, that right there is planting the seed of getting that moment, and you're just working your way to it. It won't happen right then, it won't happen right now, but you're leading up to that moment to where you have that moment turning around, and you see that as a change, as a building up moment to where you're going to be like, okay, I can see where this happened, I can see what they were talking about here, and that will obviously change you inside, internally.
So for you personally, on a scale from 1 to 10, okay, 10 being holy and perfect,
okay,
how would you rate your relationship with God?
Oh, I'm a 3. I will totally be honest. I am as low F range as you can possibly get on the grading scale. It took me this missions trip to even equal out a 4, maybe even a 4.5, because I'm still working on it. I go to Ozark Christian College. I'm still working on ministry, and I am as immature as can be. I'm 20 years old. I took a year off just to learn more, and at that point in time, I thought I had it all figured out. I'm going to Christian college. All I gotta do is read my Bible, make these A's.
Right.
It didn't work out that way, and I put myself on a pedestal. Pride took over. I thought I knew everything, and Lord, I was knocked off my pedestal. And coming here is just, boosted me so much higher, as like certain people call it, God high. And that's why I say I'm a 4.5 now. I'm learning things, I'm hearing more testimonies, learning about missions in inner cities, and it's just boosting what I was doing before into something more than it ever could be, ever could imagine.
What do you think is the number one thing that you could do on a daily basis that would dramatically improve your relationship with God?
Honestly, it's reading the Word and praying daily. Like,
if you do that,
yeah, I think I could turn a lot of things around, because there's so many situations in the Word that you read that can contain to your life, or that persist to your life, and I can see that. And I mean, there's just so many stories in the Bible that could say, say you're an adulterer, say you have this bad situation, and it can just totally coincide, because there's so many situations in the Bible of adultery, of all these things that can help you with the situation to overcome what you're living in. And that's what I've been learning lately with prayer and everything else everybody's been teaching me.
Well, keep praying.
Yes, definitely.
Pray for me.
Oh, I definitely will.
All right, man. Thanks for sharing.
No problem.